because this is like a thought that I've been having for a couple of days. Calling it a crisis is too dramatic, but I think my channel is undergoing a little bit of an identity crisis right now. Again, crisis is too dramatic. It's more like an identity, because you stop and you think about it, and I've been, kind of retrospective about this for a couple of days now. I started this channel with the intent of it being more of a storytime channel, because I had a lot of stories that I wanted to tell and like archive somewhere, so I didn't have to keep retelling the same stories every time I did a live stream. And I did really well for myself. Like, this channel kind of came into being. My first video that went viral was a storytime video, and like a lot of my storytime videos have performed really well. It's like, I do art and storytime videos. I tell a story and you watch the art in the background, which, I enjoy making those videos. I still do. The issue that I'm having now is that I'm running out of stories. And also, I feel like my just like plain storytime videos don't do as well as my like more art focused videos. Because, I've also done like tutorials. I've done stuff talking about the process of making webcomics. I've done my like character creation videos. I've done a bunch of different stuff that are more like art focused. And I have my storytime videos that are more storytime focused. And I'm just like, but what am I now? What does that make me? And so it's like, I finished my Pokemon video, which, was just kind of like an experiment. I just had a topic that I wanted to talk about. And I'm in the fortunate position. I've got a couple friends who like, YouTube is their main thing. It's like their only source of income. And so they can't experiment very much because it's like, if I do something that's too off the beaten path for my channel, it'll fuck me over in the algorithm. And it's just like, I'll lose subscribers and all this stuff. That's stuff they have to worry about. YouTube is like, a source of income for me. But my joke about having 4 jobs in a trench coat is it's not a joke. I do have like 4 main pillars of income. I can fuck around a little bit. I have a little bit more leeway and freedom because I'm not 100% reliant on this channel for my income. And so I can just get a little quirky with it. And so, I kind of wanted to experiment. I wanted to play around, but I'm just like, I'm looking at the numbers from the experimental Pokemon video. I'm looking at the numbers for like my art videos, and I'm looking at the list of videos that I kind of want to make, and nothing's really jumping out at me. And I'm just sitting here thinking like, what am I? I don't know what kind of channel I am anymore. I guess you bundle it all under an art channel, and I guess I'm that. But like, I saw, I am guilty. I do some ego searching, and I found like a forum where people were like talking about me and my videos, and they called me an art commentary channel. I'm like, no, I don't think that's true. I talk about shit, but I don't know if I would call myself a commentary channel. But at the same time, my Narrative Academy, like my Husband Hotel video is the only one I've done so far, but I would like to do more like media critique type videos in the future, but I don't want that to be my main thing. But like that Husband Hotel video, for a long time, it was like one of the best performing videos on my channel. Like, okay, I did that one, but I don't want to niche myself down into being like a critique channel only. I do enjoy doing that, but I don't want that to be the only thing I do. And I do have a feeling that the main reason that video performed so well is because Husband Hotel is very popular. And it's also very popular to dunk on. And so people are going to like the show if they watch it, and they're also going to watch the video if they hate it, I would like to do more of those, but those are more work intensive because I actually have to, like watch a piece of media and take notes and write down all my stuff. I have to get footage for it. So, those take a lot more time, but people really like them. Again, it's like an identity crisis. An identity, It's an, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm just, I make it a video, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Read my webcomic. That one I know I'm doing. I do very much appreciate the Narrative Academy videos. They've been so good for getting things down on paper. I do appreciate that. I hope that those are helpful because, like, part of those videos is that they're fun for me. The Narrative Academy video includes, the critique videos like Has Been Hotel, but I've also kind of branched it out. Narrative Academy also includes my character creation videos, like the randomized D&D character videos where I talked about like character writing and story setup and stuff like that. I love those videos. I'd love to do more of those. But it's not something in the super near future just because, again, those are more complicated to put together. What started this in my brain and the point that I'm finally getting back to is I finished my Pokemon video and I sat down, I like leaned back and I was like looking at my calendar thinking, okay, that's my next video down. We're all ready to start the next one. What the fuck do I make a video about now? I was genuinely sitting here like, I don't know what kind of video to make. I have no idea. And I'm like, I have a couple of ideas that I've just been sitting on for a while, and I can cross a couple of ideas off the list just because I need something a little bit more low tech for April because I don't have a lot of time this month. I'm staring down a very busy rest of March and April. But then what do I do? I'm an art channel now, but what does that like mean? I've worked myself into a niche, but the niche is very broad and I don't really know what defines the niche. Cause like I'm in a Discord server now. I got invited to a Discord that's like all art YouTubers. And like everybody's stuff is so varied. People do like art challenges. People do videos on like character design and stuff. But I don't think that my character design is like the strongest. I feel like my writing skills are stronger, but that's kind of boring to make a video about. And also another sort of like identity, not crisis, but identity that I've kind of been struggling with is, you know, I feel like I talk a big game. I feel like I technically know a lot about putting a story together, but I look at a lot of my peers who, this happens more often with folks who are like in more published arenas, where it's like, yeah, I made this comic and I made this comic and I made this comic and I wrote this book. And I'm like, I've been making the same comic for like 10 years. And that's what I know how to write. I almost don't think it's imposter syndrome. It's just like, I feel, nah, you know what? I guess it is imposter syndrome. It's like, I feel more like a novice because I got really good at writing one story, but then I'm like, I know how to write this story. I know how to write Cast Off because I've been working on it for so long, but I really haven't written much of anything else in the last like 10 years. And yet I'm trying to sit here and teach other people how to write. I guess, yeah, that is like the definition of imposter syndrome, isn't it? But it's just, it made me feel, it was very humbling, I guess you could say. I've been sitting here like, yeah, you know, I know a lot about storytelling. It's a medium that I'm very passionate about. And then you look at it and it's just like, it makes you feel like such a novice. You think you know how to do this thing, but then you really step back and you think about it and you're like, oh, I'm just really good at doing this one thing in particular.